14-8. These two schools met in the WPIAL championship match a couple of weeks ago with Alex Lyons, Bob Workwist, Chelsea Roundtree, also aboard producing and directing here from North Hills. Fourth time that these two schools will match up, and it's been one-sided by Quaker Valley, 3-0 victory in the regular season. Then in October, a 7-0 victory, 5-0 in the championship match in a game that Quaker Valley dominated possession. Keller Shamovitz had 4 goals in winning the 10th WPIAL championship for Quaker Valley. And their second-year head coach, J.J. Vescio. What kind of changes does Ricardo Headley, who's in his first year, Alex leading North Catholic, have to make since it's been so one-sided and since the championship match was very one-sided, dominating score-wise and possession-wise for Quaker Valley?
It's one of those things, Quaker Valley, could they get, coming into this game, almost a lackadaisical approach? And, it's tough to say that. And if they do start anywhere not their normal selves, I think that's where North Catholic can jump early on. One advantage, I think you're also going to look at the Trojans. If this game does become closer, it's been a long time since Quaker Valley's played in a close contest. But through this postseason and the state run, North Catholic's played continuously in close games, 2-1 final and a 2-0 final against Ambridge in their last game. So you look at that as North Catholic has a couple of those close games. So they have that experience more recently than Quaker Valley. And the question is, if they can jump early on, I think that's where a turning point can be. But I think it's very important for the Trojans to strike first here this evening.
Last time Quaker Valley was in a tight match way back on October the 4th, where they lost 3-2 since Peters Township. Then they fell 3-0 to a Great West Allegheny team who's also playing in the state semifinals tonight. They have won 7 straight, 8 of 9. North Catholic rebounded after losing 5-0 with victories on their way to the state playoffs after losing to Quaker Valley. You mentioned 2-1 over Richland, 2-0 over Ambridge. Ambridge, by the way, Quaker Valley and North Catholic all in WPIAL Section 4 in the 2A classification. So great showing by that section for Quaker Valley. They won their 25th section championship, mentioned their 10th WPIAL championship. This is their 19th appearance in the state playoffs. They have won 7 state championships 2019, and they had a chip this big, the size of COVID, on the shoulder, because last year they were poised to make a run at both championships. They could not participate in the playoffs due to COVID. They are attacking the playoffs and their opponents this year with a vengeance because of that. So far, so good for the Quakers.
Yeah, and, it continues here tonight. You can't, as I said, just as North Catholic, it'd be great for them to start early, start quick if Quaker Valley doesn't have their foot on the gas from the get-go, but it's just as crucial that Quaker Valley does put the foot on the gas from the start and kind of not give any hope or any life to this North Catholic squad who's trying to make it at least a 1-for-2 night of their soccer programs, getting a trip to Hershey.
Yeah, earlier tonight, the Trojanettes took the pitch against Avonworth, also a match between two teams meeting for the 4th time. And this time it was Avonworth winning their 3rd straight. They knocked the Trojanettes out of the state playoffs, denying them a chance at the state championship by a score of 3-0. So the boys, who are underdogs again tonight, but they'll go at it with Quaker Valley. We'll try to make it not a total loss night. The winner of this one on Friday at Hershey Park Stadium at 1:30 gets the winner between the Eastern Finals, the other semifinal, Midwest and Lewisburg. Those are both District 4 teams. This is the 7th straight meeting between those two teams in the state playoffs. They were tied 1-1 at the half. That game kicked off at 7 o'clock, so we should know the final of that one before this one is over. Midwest is 21-2. Lewisburg is 18-4-2. Lewisburg is the defending, or are the defending, PIAA state champions, and they defeated Midwest 3-0 in the District 4 finals. So Quaker Valley hoping to get back to the state championship, winning it in 19. They will also won titles in 2017, 4 in the 90s, 91, 93, 95, 96, and 1 back in 85. North Catholic looking for their first ever trip to the state championship. Actually, let me reset that. They were in the state championship in 2017. They're looking for the first ever state championship. They were runners-up in 2017, 3-2, losing to Camp Hill in Class A. Let's go to the PIAA announcer for the introduction of tonight's starting lineups for the Trojans and the Quakers.
For the Quaker Valley Quakers, number 7, senior defender Blaze Burns. Number 10, senior forward Kellen Off. Number 14, senior defender John Freddy Krebs. Number 15, senior midfielder Will Dunda. Number 16, senior forward Rowan Kriebel. Number 18, senior defender Tim Smith. Number 19, senior midfielder Ryan Edwards. Number 23, senior forward Keller Shamovitz. Number 25, junior defender Ben Henry. Number 31, sophomore defender Nick Allen. And number 50, senior goalkeeper Zach Burr. Quaker Valley is coached by J.J. Vecchio, assisted by Sean Ryan and Landon Grant. The athletic director is Mike Mastrolani. And now, the starting lineup for the North Catholic Trojans. Number 1, senior midfielder Nick Ryan. Number 2, senior midfielder Dylan Greggs. Number 3, junior midfielder Marcus Kurtz. Number 4, senior midfielder Luke Phillips. Number 5, junior midfielder Chris Smith. Number 9, junior striker Oliver Joseph. Number 12, sophomore defender Jake Stofko. Number 13, junior defender Alessandro Rosario. Number 20, senior defender Will Kunstman. Number 24, sophomore midfielder Francisco Smith. And goalkeeper number 11, junior Devin Pascal. North Catholic is coached by Ricardo Headley, assisted by Dave Keebler and Bernardo Forbes. The athletic director is Brian Miller. And now at this time, everyone please rise and remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Thank you.
The scene is set from Martirelli Stadium in the North Hills. Glad you're aboard the NFHS network tonight, streaming this PIAA semifinal matchup, the Western Finals between Quaker Valley, the champs, from District 7, the WPL, the runners-up, North Catholic. These two met in the WPL Championship back on November the 4th, 5-0 win for Quaker Valley. In that match, Quaker Valley then wins over Grove City and Somerset to get here. North Catholic victories over Richland and Ambridge to get to this point. They hope to play Friday in Hershey. The Trojanettes lost earlier. The Trojanettes girls volleyball team playing tonight. We'll see if we get a update on that. Midwest and Lewisburg were tied 1-1 at the half in the game opposite of this one, as I mentioned earlier. So we should again have a final on that before we're done. Some last minute words for these two teams, North Catholic in the white and red. They will have Devin Pasher in the goal to our right. He was fantastic, even though he gave a 5 in the final against Quaker Valley WPL final. He made 17 saves, and he had to be great because Quaker Valley was pouring it on. Zach Burr, the senior, will be in the net to our left for Quaker Valley. He was actually splitting time early in the year with Isaac Waller, the junior. Waller was injured. So it's been Zach Burr who has picked up the slack. I just want to check one starter for North Catholic, because Ryan Shantz, who's all WPL, one of their players, was not listed in the starting lineup. We'll see if Shantz is out there. If they are to overcome, they being North Catholic, Quaker Valley for the first time this year, they're going to need big performances from Dylan Greggs, their captain. He's all WPL. Greggs has 36 goals, including 2 in the state playoffs. And Ryan Shantz, who has scored 4 goals in the playoffs. Shantz is a sophomore striker. Greggs is a senior. And Shantz is not out there. Oliver Joseph is out there. We'll see if Shantz comes in off the bench. Early whistle. I believe North Catholic's girls volleyball team is leading Phillipsburg Osceola 2-1 in the girls volleyball state semifinals. Just wanted to get that before we get into this. Thanks to all who's tuned in on the video. And there's the first ball in, and that'll be a touch for Zach Burr. Keller Shemovitz, 50 goals on the season to lead Quaker Valley. He had 4 in the championship match. Bragging rights over his father, who had 2 in a championship match for Quaker Valley in the 90s. All kind of outstanding numbers, which we'll get to for Quaker Valley individually and team-wise. This will be Paschal to get a goal kick for North Catholic just 2 minutes in. Well, knocked out at midfield, or is it going to be a handball? It is an inadvertent handball. So a free kick for Quaker Valley. There's Tim Smith. He's got goals in 2 straight. The senior defender. He'll tee it up with the right foot. Blast it to the far side for the head of one of his teammates. That was Will Dunda, the senior midfielder. Another goal kick for North Catholic. 50 goals, 18 assists for Keller Shamovitz. Rowan Kriebel, he's got 40 goals and 24 assists. Ryan Edwards, another senior all-WPIL midfielder, 49 assists. Ryan Edwards is going to play collegiately at Florida Gulf Coast. Edwards, 49 assists on the year, is a single-season record. He also has the second most assists. Last year he had 27. And you would figure it out that he is the all-time assist leader at Quaker Valley with 78 career assists. So he's a great distributor. Can also score with 16 goals to go with those 49 assists. but a great facilitator for these Quakers, who are 21-2. Their losses to 3A West Allegheny, who are in the state semifinals tonight, and to 4A Peters Township, 3-2. So no losses in the 2A classification this year for Quaker Valley, including 3 wins over North Catholic. They're trying for the third time. This is the third time in their history, Quaker Valley, trying for the second time to defeat a team 4 times in a season. They did it against Thomas Jefferson. TJ won 1. Quaker Valley won the other 3. And a couple of years ago against Beaver, Quaker Valley faced the Bobcats 4 times, and they beat them 4 times. Trying to do that here against North Catholic. The ball is at midfield for Kellen Oth. It will come up onto the foot of Ryan Edwards. Steps around a defender, and then secondary help from Marcus Kurtz. And the second opportunity for Kurtz, he'll clear it away.
And Edwards, he's just so shifty and so creative. You know, like watching him in warm-ups even he can create really something out of nothing.
So if you're a teammate, and they know this, and Kriebel and Shamovitz specifically, since they're the 2 leading goal scorers, just have to find a little bit of space. And Edwards will get them the ball. Edwards has done a great job. Phillips is trying to knock him. Phillips will pass Edwards off to Francisco Smith. They will play it forward on the free kick. Comes to a secondary man. Blasted almost up and out of the stadium by Keller Shamovitz. Alex says good on the field goal from Shamovitz from about 30 yards away, but it goes over top the cage. First shot opportunity for either team off the right foot of Keller Shamovitz, who has 50 goals. Got the Shamovitz with 4 in the championship win over North Catholic, 5 in the quarterfinals of the WPIAA playoffs against East Allegheny, 2 in the first round win over Burrell. Then you flip to the state playoffs. Shamovitz had a hat trick against Grove City and then 2 goals against Somerset. He is on quite the torrid pace in the playoffs for the Quakers. Free kick from midfield for North Catholic. Far side of the field for Will Koonsman. He'll blast it to the near side, trying to change field. I want to flip back. I was on the call of the WPIAL championship match between these two. It took 24 minutes before Shamovitz broke the ice in that one, so it was 0-0 up until that point. Foul called against Shamovitz. Free kick for North Catholic. That's good defense by the Trojans. And that was Alessandro Rosario. Quick counter coming in. Edwards. Center. Back heel nifty. Save by Devin Paschal. Well, that was some skill. And the save was made by Paschal. As quickly Quaker Valley worked the right flank to get that opportunity. This is what they did in the championship match. Once they took that lead, they just possessed. And possessed and possessed. Good teams will do that. They like to play the possession game. And that's what Quaker Valley can do. North Catholic, ball to the middle of the field. Francisco Smith can't get there. Cleared up. Shamovitz on the run down the far side. Back defensively, though, is Koonsman, the senior. He defends and actually gets it out of bounds off of Quaker Valley. A goal kick for Devin Paschal. He'll right-foot it up. The junior, he's related to Trevor Paschal, who's a tremendous sprinter at North Catholic. He's actually headed to North Carolina to run. Go South. That's why I congratulate Ryan Edwards, not only for playing college soccer, but he's going to Florida, although the humidity is an issue there. Man knocked down in the middle of the field. No foul. Quaker Valley still on the ball. Edwards was knocked down, but couldn't get a call. Quick throw in near side for the Quakers. Nick Allen There's a man knocked down. Edwards will get this one. And then he elbows Francisco Smith. Those two might have won at it in the championship game in the WPIL, as Francisco Smith was booked with a yellow card in that one.
And that's why Edwards, you say, it's early on. Why is he complaining so much? He's playing for the next call, he got it.
He certainly
next second, it feels
certainly did politic for the next call. Free kick for Edwards. 29 yards out, right side. He'll bend it. Upper 90, over it goes. And another opportunity by the wayside. That was either a shot opportunity or service. I believe Kriebel was there. Shamovitz was one of them. The other, it was Dunda. No, check it. It was Ben Henry who leaked up as a defender at that far post. We're in the 10th minute of play. We're scoreless. And another whistle. It's been very physical. Uh-oh. You got a warning.
Kicked the ball away.
Yeah. That's a cardable offense, but he's got a warning. So you got to keep that in mind for the delay of game. Thanks for tuning in tonight on the NFHS Network. Free kick, again, delivered. Quaker Valley player falls down. That's well defended by North Catholic. Watching live coverage of the PIAA soccer semifinals on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/PIAA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Pennsylvania high school playoff action. Well, again, opportunity creeping closer, it seems. Kellen Oth was up there for Quaker Valley. Quakers will earn the games. No, they get a quick throw in. Almost works as a corner. Shot save! Oth got there with the chip. Great right-handed save by Devin Paschal.
I think that was a corner, though, Bob.
They just went short corner.
Yeah, and it almost paid off dividends because no one was ready for North Catholic.
I looked down to make one slash, and the ball was in play already. That's the definition of a quick corner and a short corner. But it worked well. Oth made the save, and there's Paschal on the loose ball again. Paschal, again, made 17 saves in the championship loss to Quaker Valley. He's been on his game here so far in the first half with 3. But now throw it on the near sideline for Chris Smith from the near touch into Oliver Joseph. Joseph up, Dylan Greggs. There's the guy you wanted to have the ball for North Catholic with 36 goals. The all-WPIL midfielder. Headed forward, and that's defended by Quaker Valley. Their back line is solid. And again, they're not tasked a lot, but when they are, that was Tim Smith who made the play. They're very adept.
Just back behind the play, Dunda ended up on the ground for Quaker Valley.
It's been a very physical start. I can tell you the championship match was very physical throughout. Here's Kellen Oth on the right side. Little circle move around him by Nick Allen, trying to get the return pass. He can't. North Catholic with a run out of their own zone. That is Dylan Greggs with that speed. His ball up the midfield. They try to find Luke Phillips, but that's off the mark on the attempted pass from Joseph. Here comes Edwards on the counterattack. Shamovitz to Kriebel. Kriebel has that shot deflect into the crease. Picked up by Devin Paschal. Kriebel, all-WPIL, named the 2A Player of the Year. Edwards, all-WPIL, as was Keller Shamovitz and Blaze Burns and Will Dunda for Quaker Valley. Greggs and Shantz were all-WPIL for North Catholic. Haven't seen Shantz out there tonight for North Catholic, so not sure if there's an injury or other issue, but he's not in there. For the Trojans, North Catholic girls soccer losing earlier tonight here at North Hills High School to Avonworth in the state semifinals, 3-0. Ball to the left side, cutting right, still cutting right, firing shot blocked. Stepping into that was Kriebel. Nice block defensively by Kurtz for North Catholic. Again, left flank. turning, blasting with the right foot, but way high and way wide by Shamovitz. He's got the hot foot, so certainly anytime he's firing it towards or near the goal, it's not a bad idea. 50 goals in 23 matches. That's more than 2 per. Shamovitz, by the way, 50 goals, second most in a single season for Quaker Valley. He's within reach of Dom Ryder, who scored 55 in 2019. Shamovitz has 9 hat tricks, which is tied for second all time. He has 119 points, 50 goals, 19 assists. So he needs 6 to become second all time in that single season. He's 5th all time, Keller Shamovitz, points wise. He's number 1 in hat tricks with 17 career hat tricks. His 92 goals are 5th all time at Quaker Valley. And here he is. Stops, steps in, fires, blocked. That's good defense, great recovery. And North Catholic was back there with Koonsman and Kurtz to deny Shamovitz, but another corner for the Quakers. And again, they go quick corner. They're attacking again. Shamovitz tried to center it, and a whistle. And it's going to be a violation against Quaker Valley. I didn't think they were offsides.
I wonder, did he get that over the end line? And that's why we're having the goal kick.
Didn't know. I noticed the call, the middle official blew the whistle, but I didn't see the call from the near side official, which would have indicated as he was closer to that. It's read the 16th minute. Here's another opportunity, wide open, left side. Great job by Paschal. Aggressively to save, and that shot is saved or blocked. Shamovitz had the first one, and Paschal and his teammate, Jake Stofko, took care of the second. Wow, Paschal goes 1v1 with Shamovitz and wins.
He's been all over the place, and it feels like it's only a matter of time, but Paschal, what an aggressive play.
They try to get a through ball to Oth, denied. Stepping in, good move in the space by Allen. His pass is blocked by Rosario. This is the same feel as I had to call the WPL championship of that match. Same thing, and Quaker Valley just kept pressing and pressing before they finally broke Paschal. They're going to get a near side throw. It'll be Kellen Oth. Short flip. Edwards will back in, right foots it. Loose and cleared. And it's a corner for Quaker Valley. It'll be their third. This will be the first from the near flag to the right.
Yeah, 3 corners, and not even the first half of the first half is gone.
They've had 4 shots on goal, 4 at the goal. It'll be Edwards. Who else at the near flag?
They went short corner the first 2. It doesn't look like that would be the case.
They'll get service. I think it's because he's left-handed or left-footed. He'll bend it. That's blocked. That's good defense by North Catholic. Well done by Marcus Kurtz, the junior. Back to Edwards. He serves it in. Oh, they tried a little bicycle kick by Blaze Burns, but he couldn't quite get the shot on goal. Again, Quaker Valley from the flanks just putting service in from either side. Here's Edwards trying to save it. Can't do it on the near touch line.
Yeah, great effort there, going all out. Just a little late to the party on that one. Giving the throw into North Catholic.
Gotta like the hustle, though, from Ryan Edwards. Mr. Distribution with 78 assists in his career. He's also got 137 career points, which is tied for 20th at Quaker Valley. He's got 81 points on this season, 15th all-time, single season-wise for the Quakers. Haven't even talked about Rowan Kriebel's numbers. Gave you Shamovitz's numbers. Shamovitz, Kriebel, 24 assists this year. That's 5th. 40 goals, which is tied for 5th. 10 hat tricks. He's got 104 points, which is 4th most. And Rowan Kriebel, 61 assists, is 2nd all-time next to Edwards. His 93 goals are tied for 4th. His 14 career hat tricks are 3rd, and his 247 career points are 4th at Quaker Valley. That is some great production from your forward line.
Yeah, that's just why they're so lethal. I mean, you have everybody that can do it up front. It's not a one-trick pony. It's whoever you want to give it to, they can score, they can dish it off. And, you you don't get great assist numbers without a great goal scorer. You don't get necessarily always a great goal scorer if you don't have a great setup man. I mean, and that's what this team has. They have the setup man, they have the goal scorers, and it's put this product on the field, and it looks like almost an unbeatable force, especially when they're playing 2A opponents.
You got to be aware of all three of those in the front line. And they'll play it back. They've got talented middies as well and defenders. Dunda's great in the midfield. He's all WPL, as you mentioned. He's got 3 goals and 3 assists in the last 3 matches for Quaker Valley. 16 goals on the year for Will Dunda. They just got tons of weapons. Big reason why they are plus. There's another opportunity. Trying to find Shamovich streaming to the net. They are plus 154 this year. 165 goals for, 11 against. They have 17 shutouts, 3 straight shutouts. And check back in a little bit for an update on the Lewisburg Midwest Eastern Final. Throwing from the far touchline. Shamovich can get it in. Comes in front. Tipped by Oth on the frame. Save made by Devin Paschal, who's made 5 in the first 21 minutes.
And it's been a busy night thus far from as you know, you expected 17 saves, as you mentioned, that WPIAA championship game. And, you know, there have been some grade A opportunities tonight so far for Quaker Valley. They just have not been able to capitalize.
Update on girls volleyball. It's gone 5 sets between North Catholic Trojanettes and Phillipsburg Osceola to get to the state finals. Quaker Valley, that's Edwards who's down. Now we'll get a whistle to check Edwards, but they didn't have possession. Edwards is not putting any pressure now. He's putting some on that right foot. Then we get an injury stoppage. And they'll come on to check Derek Clark out to check on Ryan Edwards. Edwards will limp off. Trainer out, so that's going to require a sub for J.J. Vescio in his second year. His dad, Jerry, the former head coach and athletic director, football head coach. The great story about Jerry Vescio is 2017, he was the PA announcer. Quaker Valley, their football coach resigned right before the season. As we'll get a Cameron Diggins in to replace Edwards. Jerry Vescio comes out, takes over the football team. They go undefeated, win the state championship. And then he goes back into retirement. What a fantastic story. He actually wrote a book about that season. Jerry Vescio did. J.J. Vescio, in his second year, was a player. He took this job. He was an assistant for a long time under Andrew Marshall. Was a player. Won the WPIL championship, state runners-up as well. Played from 92 to 02 under Hall of Fame coach Gene Klein. We hear Gene Klein is battling some health issues. Our thoughts and prayers and best wishes are with Coach Klein. Long drive. Shamovich, he's certainly unafraid. Got that striker mentality. That's how you score 50. He's fired a couple times from distance, although off the mark. Pasha with another goal kick, 22nd minute of play. Possession has been tilted to our right. They go that way again. Through ball. Can Kriebel run out? Paschal Says it won't matter. I'm getting there first. Makes the tackle save, back towards the net. Knocked away by North Catholic and cleared by the Trojans. Love the aggressiveness of Devin Paschal. Foul against the Trojans. Shemovitz will step towards the free kick from 29 yards out. A little bit to the left flank. 5 across the 18 for the Quakers. Make it 6. Low, blocked, slides through inside the box. Quaker Valley will come back out. They try to center it. Dundas through ball denied. Does come to the net. Headed up in the air. Paschal was out doing what he does. Quaker Valley pushing. 50-50 ball. Trojans get another opportunity, and Koonsman finally clears. The Quakers certainly know which way to point the arrow, as they are a tremendous attacking team. And a throw for North Catholic. Shemovitz wanted a foul. None to be had.
Oh, they might have given it to him.
Oh, yeah, they do. That's what it is. It is. So they do move it in. So Shemovitz, who wanted the foul, was actually called for the foul. Again, really no possession, nothing offensively at all to write home about for North Catholic so far in this one. And there was Greggs with a header, trying to find Phillips. Step over, good move by Nick Allen to lose Phillips. And the Quakers will fire it up the near side. On the run is Kellen Oth down the right flank, being defended by Alessandro Rosario. Rosario's called for the foul. He looked aggressive, too. I thought that was going to end up in a whistle. So a free kick just inside the near touchline for Kellen Oth, the senior forward. There comes the motion. He'll slide it low. It's loose. Deflects back out. Burns in traffic. Shot by Kriebel was off the mark. Defended by North Catholic. Trying to push back forward. Nick Allen, near side, cannot find Kriebel. And the ball finds, or he finds it, Devin Paschal.
Yeah, Paschal's been busy. 6 for 6 in save opportunities to my calculations. You know, and the only touch that we've seen at the other end is coming out and just making sure he stays active for Berg, just kind of playing it from the near side corner.
Has not been faced with a shot attempt or shot on goal. Again, Ryan Edwards earlier in this half left with a foot injury. There's a break for Quaker Valley. There's Shemovitz, left side. Pulls it forward, but too far. Good idea to try to drag it past Marcus Kurtz, but it results in a goal kick for North Catholic. The skills are obvious for Keller Shemovitz. And so are the numbers. Section champions, I mentioned 25th section championship for Quaker Valley. They went through section play, 99 goals for. They did not allow a goal in section play. They've outscored their opponents in the state playoffs 42-3, which is the best total in school history.
And here comes Edwards back in after getting taped up on the far sideline. Or not yet. We'll have to wait. But great news if you're a Quaker Valley fan that Edwards is going to come back into this game.
Sure is. He's we talked about his skills up front as far as the triple threat with Shemovitz and Kriebel. And they'll put a long ball through to Diggins. Cameron Diggins has 9 assists, including a couple in the state playoffs. He's like, I want this rush before I have to go out. He's out. Edwards is back in.
He's moving pretty good, too.
We're heading into the lower 30s or the upper 30s, so that might help that way. But certainly if the ball hits you or you're blocking a shot, it may sting a little bit. But you'll numb up. Nick Allen, right side. He'll cut back left. Well, they're so organized. They work triangles a lot either side of the field. That's Chris Smith, or Oliver Joseph, trying to make a push and a run for North Catholic, something they have not had at all in this first half, nor in the 28th minute of play. Near side throw. 2 players were there. That's a drag by Kriebel. That's defended by Kurtz, who has been good defensively. This is corner number 4. And Edwards is back in, so he'll do the honors. He'll key it in from the near flag to our right. Raises the hand. There's the service. There's the header blocked. They go back out. That shot, another block by the North Catholic defense. They've done a good job of blocking shots. That one hits the outside of the net from 25. Right-footed chip by Rowan Kriebel on the volley. Just misses.
Yeah, Kriebel line drive, and that's kind of looked to be the changing. It was all up high early on, but Quaker Valley starting to try to lower it down, try to put it on the net, but a lot of block shots, and that one got through but just missed on the outside part of the cage.
High school sports fans, never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination. NFHSnetwork.com. We are high school. Now a midfield throw in. And you, against Quaker Valley, a team that's so skilled in all thirds, they're going to get a goal kick, another touch for Zach Burr. You have to be perfect. You have to make perfect plays. You have to make defensively perfect plays, because Quaker Valley will take advantage of your mistakes. You almost need the perfect opportunity to beat them offensively. They had a scare against Ambridge in the WPIAL semifinals. They had to go to overtime 3-2 to win that one against the Bridgers, their section mates. But it was Rowan Kriebel with the game-winning goal in that one. And since then, they've not looked back. Have not been close in any of the matches. After that, mention this record-setting performance. In the playoffs, they've scored 42 goals, Quaker Valley, in 6 matches. Their next best season, their next best season, I'll get back to that, that's Kriebel possessions on the right side. He'll lose, and then North Catholic will clear. 2019, they scored 35 goals in 8 matches, and back in 85, 32 and 7. So they have shattered that record. They get a throw in, and they possess as we're into the 30th minute. They have not found the net, however. Pasha has played well, again, for North Catholic, as he did in the championship match. This is a North Catholic team that has been outscored 15-0 on the season in 3 matches against Quaker Valley. Here they come on the attack. Greggs, he'll stop, cut right, and right there, step by step, defensively, to make that play was Tim Smith. And here comes Kriebel back 1-2. He's got support with Edwards. Kriebel's open. He'll step in. Right-footed shot. Save Paschal. Rebound far side. And it's cleared by Brody Dunn.
A great job of coming back and cleaning up the rebound by Dunn.
Let me reset. That was Francisco Smith, not Dunn. But he cleaned it up nonetheless.
Yeah, either way, phenomenal play as trying to bull in from the back door was another Quaker, and that could have been costly for North Catholic.
Shemovitz again trying to fire from distance, deflected out of bounds, another corner. Every time they've gone far side corner, this is the first time they've not gone short. This is their 5th corner of the first half. It's Keller Shemovitz at the far flag. Right-footed service on the in-swinger, comes out the near side, turning with it, chip to the post. Second deflection goes wide. First shot by Ben Henry. The second guy close up was Blaze Burns, but it's a goal kick for North Catholic. They are inching closer, Quaker Valley. They just certainly point that arrow forward and just come at their opponents, which North Catholic knows, of course. They've kept them off the scoreboard. Here's an opening. Midfield. Service. The through ball by Off is denied. There's Brody Dunn. I did see a 14 out there. He'll push it forward. Far side of the field to Oliver Joseph. Played away and a throw for Quaker Valley in front of their own bench. North Catholic trying to get to the state championship for the second time. 2017, their last. There's a shot at the net. First opportunity for North Catholic results in a goal kick for Zach Burr. For Quaker Valley, their last state final appearance was in 2019. They were state champions. They defeated New Hope Salisbury 2-1. Also in the state finals in 2017, defeating Lancaster Mennonite 3-2. And back in 2016, they were runners-up, losing to Lewisburg in front score. They've drawn first blood. Ryan Edwards. Off the Shamovitz assist. It took to the 33rd minute for the Quakers to break the ice, but they do. Goal number 17 on the season for Ryan Edwards.
Yeah, and that's what was done, prevented the last time. That garbage was cleaned up. This time it's right there sitting in the middle of the goal mouth, and Edwards, easy tap in there. He does not miss. As you said, the Quakers on the board first.
Taps the rebound past Paschal, who's made 8 saves now. Shamovitz the assist. Goal number 17 for Edwards. Keller Shamovitz assist number 19 on the season for Quaker Valley. 1-0 lead for the Quakers in the 33rd minute. Well, Edwards was injured earlier, comes back in and finds the ball and finds the net. And I think 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a card on Francisco Smith, I believe, for North Catholic. If I heard that correctly, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. The keeper makes 10. So
Yeah.
no, we got a guy on the near side.
Oh.
So, but is Smith out there? Or did he get replaced? Because you can replace him. Well, Smith is still out there, so maybe that didn't happen. Maybe he just subbed back in. Here's a steal, and here's Edwards. Can he go 2 in a row? He attacks right side with room. Stops, cuts inside, centers. Save, Paschal. Rebound, score! Carter Turk, the freshman, makes it 2-0. That one coming in the 34th minute, less than a minute later. Devin Paschal under siege. Makes 2 saves. Turk gets the rebound and buries it. First goal of the year for Carter Turk. And just like that, 2-0 Quakers.
19 seconds apart as the rebounds have finally been capitalized on by the Quakers.
Paschal made 1 save, got to a second one as well. All started by the rush and the great move inside by Edwards. But then Turk scores. Service, corner. Nick Allen's cross denied. And a good sliding effort by Marcus Kurtz, who's been good on the back line. Near side flag, 6th corner of the match. It'll be Ryan Edwards. Edwards with the in-swinger. Paschal off punch save. Still loose. Paschal again. That's got to be an inadvertent handball. That ball's all over the Quaker Valley players, and it is. I've got 10 saves now for Devin Paschal. That's you just can't help but see Quaker Valley and just not. There's a hold on Dunn. A hold on Quaker Valley first.
Shows you how good Paschal is as a netminder. I mean, easily could be a 6-0 game at this point.
You cannot see Quaker Valley, and I've had the chance to see them in the championship against North Catholic and now here in the state semifinals, and not come away impressed by their attack. This is just fantastic. And it's not one-pronged, which is also more impressive, as we're into the 36th minute of play. Shamovitz was tied up. Dunn is limping a little bit. Jake Stofko will re-enter for the Trojans, replacing Chris Smith. Ricardo Headley's in his first year. Was head coach at Valley High School for 3 years, now leading North Catholic. Talked about Brittany Greninger from North Catholic playing in the Women's Premier League. Ricardo Headley played on the under-17 Jamaican national team, played in the Jamaican National Premier League. He currently plays in the GPSL in the PIAA Western Over 30 League. So soccer in the blood of Ricardo Headley. Coached in New York and Jamaica. So was the head coach or coach at Allegheny Force FC. And coach and executive director of Ultimate Youth Soccer as well. Another attack for Ryan Edwards. Well, he's just so, and you can tell why he has all these assists, because he just takes his time and surveys. He's got the great foot skills. A miss hit. Great save, Paschal again. Inside out into the near post by Kriebel. And Paschal makes the save. That was tricky off the turnover by Kriebel. 7th corner for QV.
And this has probably been the one struggle, really, for Quaker Valley. 0 for 6 thus far on corners.
Low corner, and Blaze Burns again trying that nifty footwork. I thought that went through Burns and hit the North Catholic player. I agree with the groans from Quaker Valley, but it's a goal kick nonetheless. Because I thought Burns missed that. Tried that little shifty back heel type move. Quaker Valley up 2-0. Their 4th match of the year against North Catholic. They have yet to concede a goal in the almost 4.5 matches now. 17-4, none against. So a high heel, a tough hill, and a large hill to climb for North Catholic. Edwards he's been in the mix all night. He's fouled again. Free kick near midfield for Quaker Valley as we approach 2 minutes remaining. That was taken by Will Dunda. Deflects to the far side. Ben Henry trying to track it down. He does win the ball for Quaker Valley. They're going to reverse to reorganize back at midfield. First touch and a limited touch. John Freddie Krebs on this back line has had really limited touches. That was Smith. And here comes the attack again with Edwards. Throw for the Quakers. Near touch line. They're going to play it in short to Nick Allen. Smith will gain possession, move forward. He finds Oth on the right wing. Not an exit defender, but then can't beat the second one. Does come in the middle of the field. Chip and a chip forward, but no one is there except for Devin Paschal for North Catholic. Under a half a minute to go in this first half. North Catholic has withstood the onslaught to an extent until 2 goals in 19 seconds in the 33rd and the 34th minutes by Ryan Edwards and Carter Turk, both on rebounds.
And when you give up 13 shots, most of them grade A opportunities, and you're only down by 2, I think you take that, especially when you have not put one ball on the goal
one
and
at
it.
20 total for Quaker Valley, including 13 that have been on frame.
And that one that was at the goal was from about 50 yards out.
Correct. Not by any means a great scoring opportunity. They're going to try to work Kriebel on that little triangle on the near side. Half a minute to go. Nick Allen will get a quick throw in. Dunda, Kriebel. Kriebel jumps over. Nice sliding tackle. We're going to get a throw, a low throw. That was well played defensively by North Catholic, though Rosero didn't see the throw coming over his head, but it's recovered by Kurtz. He can't clear it. Can the Quakers get a light shot here? Kriebel will tee it up. Steps into space. Fires and bends it. And he very nearly stuck that in.
Great patience there first to sidestep. Knew he had enough time and put the bend on it. Just could not put it home as that just missed in the top side corner. But nonetheless, the Quakers up by a pair after one half.
2 goals in 19 seconds for Quaker Valley. They lead after 40 minutes, 2-0 over North Catholic. Back to talk about the first half right after this. You're watching PIAA soccer semifinals right here on the NFHS Network.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting at no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
Back at Martirelli Stadium with Alex Lyons, Bob Workwis, Chelsea Roundtree producing and directing tonight. Streaming the PIAA soccer semifinals here on the NFHS Network. 2-0 for Quaker Valley. Goals by Ryan Edwards and Carter Turk off rebounds in a span of 19 seconds to take the 2-0 lead at halftime. The same blueprint, Alex, is the same blueprint that I saw in the WPL championship win for Quaker Valley over North Catholic. And obviously, why change it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah,
it certainly ain't broke for Quaker Valley.
It is an impressive team, this Quaker Valley squad, what they've been able to do all season long. And, you look at a team like North Catholic, they're a heck of a soccer program. You don't get to the WPIAA championship game by accident. You don't get to the PIAA state semifinals by accident. But it just shows how extremely talented and how good this Quaker Valley team actually is. Because, okay, it's the WPIAA championship game. Sometimes you get those lopsided scores in the finals. I mean, not as much, I think, as you used to, but you also now see it. They're in the state semis again. So it shows how good they are and really how good Quaker Valley is as a whole. And, I mean, they are amazing as a whole. It was so talented, so many different guys that can put the ball in the net and create space. And when you have that many weapons, it's so tough to, play against them.
Winner of this one gets the winner of Midwest and Lewisburg, 2 District 4 teams. Lewisburg, the defending state champs, also the team that Quaker Valley beats back in 2016. The Midwest and Lewisburg meeting for the 7th straight year, the PIAA playoffs. That is in overtime. Midwest is the second-place team, losing to Lewisburg in the D4 finals. Winner of that one plays Quaker Valley or North Catholic Friday, 1:30 at Hershey Park. Not all bad news. It's kind of not been good for the first 120 minutes here at North Hills for North Catholic, as the girls team lost earlier to Avonworth 3-0. The girls volleyball team, they defeat Phillipsburg Osceola 3-2 in 5 sets to head back to the state championship. So they're in. And the boys football team, Friday night for North Catholic, plays Avonworth. A chance to go to Heinz Field Thanksgiving weekend for the football championships. But still some work to be done. It's still just a 2-0 lead, so it's not like you're out of it. You would feel better, North Catholic, if you had something offensively to talk about, but you've had nothing.
No,
That's the frustrating part, is you've been under siege. You've had nothing going, and any kind of counters, any kind of opportunities, Alex, at the other end.
the only positive you can look at if you're North Catholic, 1 or 2, I guess, you're only down by 2. And the other one is Paschal's played out of his mind, making 11 first half saves.
So he's made 28 saves now in the last 2 matches against Quaker Valley by my counts. Tonight's match also available for all subscribers via the NFHS Network live mobile app for Apple and Android devices. Download the app from the Apple Store or Google Play Store today and start watching live games wherever you are. Well, it's going to take even longer to decide or to find out who plays either Quaker Valley or North Catholic, because Midwest and Lewisburg are now into double overtime across the state. That's the Eastern Finals, the other semifinals in these state playoffs. That winner, the winner of that match, the winner of this one, will play Friday at Hershey at 1:30. Earlier today, Avonworth defeated North Catholic 3-0. And Avonworth at 11 o'clock, they get the soccer weekend championship started. They'll take on Allentown Central Catholic, who won over Central Columbia in girls 2A in penalty kicks.
You talked about that earlier game, and I think an interesting thing to connect those 2 games together, obviously besides North Catholic was in both of them, was who scored the first goal of that Avonworth game?
Avonworth. Ava Wirtz.
Okay, but do you remember what happened to Wirt right before?
On a rebound?
Well, what happened to her on the near sideline right before that?
She was injured.
Yes. So who scored the first goal for Quaker
Ryan
Valley?
Edwards.
What happened to Ryan Edwards?
He was injured.
So
I see where you're
kind
going.
of an interesting
We're
thing.
connecting the dots. Wirt stayed in and then actually created the free kick, which led to that goal. Edwards came back in, created the opportunity, got the rebound and put it in. So that's right. Persistence pays off if you can get back in there.
Hey, always trying to connect the dots too.
You got to connect the dots somehow, and we did it there. Glad you're watching. We're going to take a break. Stay tuned. Come back for the second half right after this. Quaker Valley 2, North Catholic nothing. PIAA Boys 2A semifinals. You're watching the PIAA soccer semifinals on the NFHS Network.
This presentation of the NFHS Network is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. This NFHS Network Championship event is presented by Safer Sports. A safety innovation company believes in safety through science. Safer's ProTech football helmet cover is scientifically proven to reduce head force by up to 72%. Learn how football is played safer today. Visit safrsports.com.
They ask, why are you training more?
They tell me it's just a game that we already practice.
I know. It takes dedication to earn greatness.
I might fall,
but I won't give up.
I have to work for it.
I put the time in to be better.
I didn't hope for it, I worked for it.
Champions keep going when others stop. So?
I don't stop.
I didn't hope for it.
I worked for it.
Really what drew me to Safer is my passion that started when my son Shane was knocked unconscious on the field for 5 minutes in a high school game. The fear that came up from the entire stadium, the ambulance pulling onto the field. And at the time, I just thought, someday I'm gonna make my way into this helmet safety space. Safer is that marriage between I'm a little bit afraid of my kid playing and here's a solution.
Welcome back to coverage of the PIAA soccer semifinals on the NFHS Network alongside Alex Lyons, Bob Orquist, 2-0. Quaker Valley leading this one. Ryan Edwards off of Keller Shemovitz rebound, 33rd minute, 34th minute. Carter Turk picked up a rebound. 2 goals in 19 seconds for Quaker Valley to lead 2-0. They dominated the first half. 13 shots on goal, 21 total. So 11 saves for Devin Paschal. 7 corners, all the corners in the first half for Quaker Valley. Only 1 shot towards the net by North Catholic. Look at midfield. Slide that camera a little bit that way. That's Ryan Edwards. He's still politicking. He's a captain, but look, he's still politicking the officials.
Always trying to make his point known. And, you know,
thank you,
I
Chelsea.
understand
Well,
it.
you said it earlier. He politicked and earned a call right after that in the first half. So it's not always for naught. You're not going to get a call reversed, but you could affect how things are called later on.
Yeah, looking for that next one. As now we're just waiting on North Catholic coming out.
They're looking for that first one.
Yeah.
As in 3.5 matches against Quaker Valley this season and no goals scored for the Trojans. So they're going to need a Herculean effort to come back in this one. Just the way Quaker Valley is playing. We'll try to keep tabs, too, to see who comes out of the Lewisburg Midwest match with the victory. See who gets to the state finals on Friday. We had some Hershey's Kisses rain down in the first match as Avonworth came to the near side to celebrate their victory over the North Catholic Trojanettes.
Now, Bob, I want to know what we have to do to get them to rain those up here. You know, just instead of, you know, tossing down the field, toss them up to the press box.
You know, well, they clean them up off the field. Yeah. We could use those. That would have been a great in-between match snack for us. Not the healthiest snack, but it's Hershey's chocolate.
I mean, it's
for Pete's sake. Who doesn't like Hershey's chocolate?
It's the time of year you got to enjoy the Hershey's chocolate.
Either Quaker Valley or North Catholic's going to be enjoying it on Friday.
We're just trying to, you know, join in the celebration, right?
Indeed we are. This the next to the last game for some of these teams. Winners go on. They'll get one more match for the state title. Losers' season ends tonight. In addition to these matches, as far as WPIL teams, Moon was playing in 4A girls against Central Dauphin, Mars and Plum in a rematch in 3A, and Steel Valley and GCC in a rematch in girls 1A. In boys 4A, Peters Township and Seneca Valley were playing tonight at North Allegheny. West Allegheny Hampton, which is a fantastic match, was also at North Allegheny, Winchester Thurston, and Eden Christian. So the boys brackets in all 4 classifications, all WPL teams. So there will be 4 District 7 teams in the state championships over the weekend. As far as boys, that could happen for girls too, but the only outlier is Central Dauphin playing Moon. All the rest were WPL teams. So here's Edwards. A quick restart, middle of the field to Nick Allen. They'll go far side. Kriebel, Dunda, good job to kind of check him off that ball.
I can tell you, North Catholic looks a lot more aggressive coming out here in half number 2.
You're going to need to be. Here's Paschal. He's been aggressive throughout. He makes a sliding stop before Kriebel gets to the ball for Quaker Valley. But they're going to need to be. The problem is you don't want to leave your back line open for counters because they don't think you can afford to fall behind by any more of your North Catholic. The way Quaker Valley can finish, the way they play. Quaker Valley, up to date on the season, has scored 167 goals, which is an average of over 7. They've allowed 11, which is under a half a goal per match. North Catholic, conversely, 94, which is not bad. And they'll get a free kick. Almost leaked Kurtz up on the near side. That's the opportunity you need. You just need one for some belief for North Catholic, and they almost got it there.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, Quaker Valley would be in a position they're not used to being in against a team like North Catholic.
Haven't been since the WPIAA semifinals where they had to go to overtime, defeat another section foe. North Catholic is a section foe. It was Ambridge that night, 3-2 in overtime, and here they come. And it's Rowan Kriebel as he'll change field. Through ball too far for Edwards. Or Shamovitz. Not Shamovitz. It was actually Carter Turk on the near side. Shamovitz was opposite side this time. And I'll try to find him. And it's Quaker Valley organizing at the logo. We'll drop it back. That's Will Dunda. He goes right, slides right. That's Shamovitz. Oh, he'll shoot from there. Steps over. Has it knocked away and a foul. And that secondary foul won't call. Shamovitz was fouled. It should be a free kick from about 33 yards out for Quaker Valley. Make it 34 on the right flank. I believe that's Nick Allen. He sets it up. Of course, Edwards is going to go there, right? He's the facilitator. He fakes with the left foot. 7 or 6 across the 18. Tries to find Blaze Burns. And that's defended by Kurtz. Kurtz has been good. Kurtz is on the counter with a full head of steam down the right side. His pass, though, is blocked by John Freddie Krebs. Maybe you need, this is twice. That previous play was an attempt to get Kurtz the ball on that free kick. This time, Kurtz was trying to make a run down the right side. Maybe North Catholic needs to use their backs on the flanks to penetrate this stifling defense for Quaker Valley. There's Kriebel. Kriebel defended by Koonsman. And Paschal just blasted away with the right foot. Played forward by John Freddie Krebs, but it's off the mark and a throw in on the near side by Stofko. Well, North Catholic, and we'll say this, we're just about 5.5, over 5.5 into the second half. Not that they've organized, Alex, but they've started some organization more than they did in the first half. They've got a couple opportunities, none by the wayside, but a little more organized in the midfield. But it hasn't resulted in any attacks in the attacking third. No opportunities there. Quaker Valley steps up. Foul against North Catholic. It'll be a free kick for Quaker Valley. Right near midfield. In the logo here at North Hills Martirelli Stadium. And now just off of the logo. Great facilities, great hospitality as well here from North Hills. Great host site. Actually hosted some WPIAA football championships last year. At those championships, they play it back to Burr. This is the third touch of the night for Zach Burr, as those football championships were held at high school stadiums, as were the other soccer championships too, due to COVID. And again, this is a fantastic facility in Ross Township. Good through ball. Kriebel, though, had it deflected. And then before he could regather, it's tackled away by Alessandro Rosario.
Yeah, kind of just pinballed around the legs that he couldn't get it cleanly, and then allowed North Catholic to get back and clean things up defensively.
Dunda flips it up in the air. Edwards fires with the right foot, misses the near post. A set piece kind of opportunity there, a set play opportunity, I should say. And Edwards dragged it wide. Paschal would have been there. He dove at that ball just to make sure it was going wide, and it did. He'll get the goal kick for North Catholic. And Paschal has made 11 saves so far tonight.
Yes, 7 minutes almost gone and still no shots on goal for Quaker Valley, which is kind of an anomaly from what we've seen tonight and most of the season from this team.
That shot by Edwards was their only shot attempt of the second half. But again, they're protecting a 2-0 lead, so they don't need to be desperate at that end. They need to be smart at this end and diligent.
They can almost hold out for that perfect play, and then, if they get an opportunity, take it, but you don't have to force anything where you can put yourself in jeopardy at the other end.
This one into the 48th minute. Lewisburg and Midwest are still in the second overtime. And there's an opportunity. Quick turn by Kriebel. He went near side far post. Just missed. You're feeling like in the first half, they kept pushing and pushing and pushing before they broke in for 2 goals in 19 seconds. You kind of got that same feeling now in the last couple of sequences.
Dylan Gregg's been very animated here on this near sideline, getting frustrated that he wants the ball, I think, and he's just not getting it.
He's the guy, you want the ball on his toe. There he is right there, frustrated. He's got 36 goals, all WPIAA midfielder. Threw ball for Kriebel. Paschal hesitates, it goes back. That's a foul on Kriebel. He puts it in after the play, but he kind of impeded the defender, Koonsman. That's a good call by the official.
Yeah, he started holding up just a little too late. If he starts that breaking,
or was he offside? I think it was offside. No, I thought he just pulled the defender around.
That's what I thought. I agree.
Either way, it's pretty. I don't know why. Well, that's maybe what Paschal was waiting for, the offside call.
Yeah,
because normally he's aggressive. So either way, it goes by the wayside, and then that shot misses the near post. But again, Quaker Valley's kind of tilting the arrow. This time they're pointing the arrow right to left on the attack. Paschal gets another goal kick 10 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, and that's, again, no one scored, and they're perfectly okay with that because that means they're 10 minutes closer to that trip to Hershey.
Worst that happens is they win 2-0.
Yeah.
They're still playing on Friday, right?
They don't ask by how many. They just ask if you get the job done.
Edwards again hooked. Gregg's called for that foul.
He has a smile on his face down there after that one. He's been lobbying with them.
Yeah, he has been. He'll start this set piece with a free kick just right below us here at Martorelli Stadium. About 46 yards out. Left foots it on the in-swinger, slides in, played out, knocked down by Allen. Handball. And that'll be a free kick for North Catholic. There's a minute and 43 left in the second overtime between Lewisburg and Midwest. Winner there gets the winner here on Friday in the state championship. Throw it on the far touchline for North Catholic. As we're in the 51st minute now of the Trojans. You've had no shots on goal. You've had a couple shots towards the goal. You really need to break through and get an opportunity here. These low throws are one of the ways to do that. They'll get it to the box. That's easily defended, though, by Quaker Valley. Right back to Francisco Smith. His service comes out the near side. Throw in for Quaker Valley. I always thought that really didn't matter. As they move Jean-Freddy Krebs back 10 yards, what's the difference on that kind of throw-in?
Yeah,
I can see on the attack, but I get it. These players, they do try to move up and in the gamesmanship, but
we saw a 10-yard attempt earlier today.
That's a little different on a free kick.
That as well.
Yeah, but on the side, they're always moving up on throw-ins on the sideline. So
always trying to gain that extra inch.
Loose ball. Kriebel's going to get on it. He'll attack left side, pushes forward. Can he get there? Paschal slides out. Great job defending Kriebel by Marcus Kurtz.
Yeah, phenomenal job backing up his teammate as Koonsman had that one just kind of eat him up, bouncing over his head. He couldn't get there, and then great defensive effort to stop Kriebel from another opportunity.
Here's Greggs. Can he make it happen? Pushes forward. Just too many black shirts. Stolen by Blaze Burns. His through ball. Stolen by Koonsman. Haven't seen Ryan Shantz in the lineup for North Catholic. He's an all-WPIL player. Not sure if he's injured. Brody Dunn had the ball there. There's Greggs. Greggs will put it up. I believe that is Oliver Joseph, middle of the field for Phillips. His through ball is denied. Come back out. Phillips with a touch. Lost it. Burns clears for Quaker Valley. Handball at the logo. Right at midfield, called against Kurtz. Quick restart. Kriebel's on the run. Look at Koonsman. They go stride for stride towards that ball in the left corner. Cleared up, but not out. Kellen Oth will knock it down for Quaker Valley. Near touchline for Kriebel. Kriebel tries to go 1v1 against Nick Ryan. Nick Ryan, good secondary slide tackle by Jake Stofko to dislodge. There's Edwards. Edwards, he's defended. 2 good plays in a row by the senior Nick Ryan. One of 4 seniors for North Catholic. Quaker Valley has 12 on their roster. We're in the 54th minute of play. Still plenty of time for North Catholic. 2-0 lead for Quaker Valley. Goals by Ryan Edwards and Carter Turk. 19 seconds apart in the first half. And there's Dunda. Shamovitz surveying. Right side. I'll go back to it. It's not Shamovitz. Where is Keller Shamovitz? Not in the lineup, I suspect.
I don't see him out there anywhere. He's pretty noticeable when he's out there, not even just by his skill, but
he's tall.
And there, I see him right there. He got the coat on. He's walking down in front of the bench.
We get a card, and the card that I mentioned earlier is delayed. It's on Francisco Smith. And it's 2-0, so maybe he's battling maybe a minor injury, saving his gas for Friday should you win this one.
Yeah, if you saw just coming off there was the Quaker Valley sideline, the man in the coat there, that is Shamovitz, who is right by the player subbing out.
So the foul on Smith, this should be a direct kick for Nick Allen. And again, 6 attackers at the 18 for Quaker Valley. Kriebel looms in the middle of the field. Allen will bend it, tipped, and it goes wide. I think that was a little bit off the right foot of Cameron Diggins. Either way, a goal kick for Devin Paschal and North Catholic. Quaker Valley has played 14 and a half minutes here in the second half and really not allowing any great opportunities. They did have a chance to find Kurtz. North Catholic did on that free kick down the near side, but Quaker Valley defended. Here they are attacking. Stepping in, firing save. Paschal to his knees to deny Ryan Edwards. His first save of the second half. Throw for the Trojans on the far touchline. That is denied by Diggins. And there comes Quaker Valley through the midfield. They'll jump on that loose ball. Dunda. Well, he had options either way. Here comes the attack. 3-on-2 of the hurry. But that is played out from the middle of the field by North Catholic. Far touch throw for Quaker Valley. They'll chip it. That'll go wide of the near post. Another goal kick for Devin Paschal. Midwest and Lewisburg are into the shootout. in the Eastern Finals. Foul against Quaker Valley. Here's Greggs. He'll step left. Still going left. He is fouled by Will Dunda. Dunda is carded. Good job. He helps Greggs up. A pair of all WPIAA players there. So Dunda is booked in the 57th minute. And now Greggs has a free kick opportunity. And if you're North Catholic, these are the opportunities you need to take advantage of. Trailing 2-0. Dunda out, Ian Morrison in for QV. Greggs can put this one on frame if he so chooses. He'll right foot it. Good idea. He tried to bend it inside the near post, but not enough. And it just slides wide. And it stays 2-0. And that was just Greggs trying to score. Not trying to set up a teammate. Maybe if he bends it on frame, he gets a rebound. But Zach Burrs, you have to make a save in this one. He hasn't been forced to. Same deal in the WPIAL championship between these two teams. Burr did not have to make a save. Near touch throw for Jake Stofko. Nice touch. There's Greggs from Stofko. Greggs moving left. He's done this well. Just too many bodies, though, to beat. Going to tee it up cleanly. It's headed away by Carter Turk, who has a goal. And there's a long blast. And there it is. We'll call that the first save of the night for Zach Burr. Not that it had to be a dandy, but he gets rid of it with 22.5 to go in the second half. Long through ball. Paschal's going to get there. It's almost like Quaker Valley seems content with just mucking it up in the middle of the field, especially at the back line.
Yeah, there definitely no urgency here to kind of push the envelope. As you said, what's the worst case scenario if you play like this the rest of the way? You win 2-0.
And you live to play another day. Foul against North Catholic. So they've kind of played, they've not allowed North Catholic into the North Catholic attacking third. So they've defended their back third well, Quaker Valley, but they've kind of kept the play in the middle third. Just trying to sneak opportunities in like this as Koonsman denies the long through ball for Kriebel. It'll come near side, though. Carter Turk, service deflected. Cleared out. Nice shifty move by Kurtz. But his pass too far for Greggs. North Catholic will clear that away. And there is Nick Allen. It's a low throw for Quaker Valley across the way. And they'll organize. Chip. That goes on to the Paschal misplays. He's upset because that results in a corner kick for Quaker Valley.
Yeah, first of the half after 7 in the first half, but they were 0 for 7 on capitalizing off of corners.
It's Ryan Edwards at the far flag. Spins it towards the 18, headed up in the air. And off the head of Ben Henry, who's knocked down. No foul. And good hustle to get back and play that defensively by Ian Morrison. That denies a counter for North Catholic. Ball's played back to Paschal, who right foots it away for the Trojans. Quaker Valley at midfield. Touch. Another pass. Open Kriebel. He stops. Right side of the box. Service to Edwards. Gets the shot through. Didn't get all of it, but a save nonetheless made by Burr. Well, it's nice to see Shamovitz go to the bench. And you've still got, he's a 50-goal scorer. You still have got Kriebel out there who has 40 goals on the year.
That's just a nice luxury most teams don't have.
Not at this level. There's Kriebel with possession. He gets knocked down. He's fouled. Injury timeout or stoppage for a card, maybe? Yes.
Rosario's looked like full-on body checked him.
So Alessandro Rosario goes out. Francisco Smith was carded earlier for North Catholic. Will Dunda has a yellow card for Quaker Valley in this. All of them coming in the second half. And Smith with that card. He served this time. He's back. Middle of the field for Kriebel on a direct kick from 36. Half volley blocked by North Catholic. Cleared up by Greggs. Can they organize? They were almost 3-on-3 for a second. Nope, not enough time or space for Chris Smith. And Kriebel has his pocket picked by Brody Dunn. A little over halfway past the halfway point, halfway through this second half. Remains 2-0 Quaker Valley. You're watching live coverage of the PIAA soccer semifinals on the NFHS Network. NFHSnetwork.com/PIAA is your destination for the most comprehensive coverage of Pennsylvania high school playoff action. With Alex Lyons, Bob Orquist, Chelsea Roundtree producing and directing from Martirelli Stadium in the North Hills. As Kriebel will have a far touchline throw-in for Quaker Valley. They're trying to put the clamps on North Catholic. For the fourth time this year, these two teams are meeting. Quaker Valley has scored 17 goals. They've conceded none, including a 5-0 win in the WPIL championship match. North Catholic girls lost earlier to Avonworth, and North Catholic girls volleyball winners in the state semifinals in that tournament to head to the state championship. So not all is lost. Barring a comeback, though, it'll just be the girls volleyball team headed to Hershey. Boys volleyball team, or the boys football, the football team for North Catholic plays Avonworth on Friday. If North Catholic wins, they'll get a chance to go, I believe since 2013 was their last appearance in the championship. They'll get to go to Heinz Field next weekend. On Friday, I believe. They'll be one of the Friday games. 2 Friday, 1 Saturday as far as football goes. And 1 6A championship this weekend. The other 5 championships are Thanksgiving weekend. And Quaker Valley just, again, frustrating the Trojans as they try to work through midfield. They're kind of meticulously putting the clamps on North Catholic in the second half. They've had an opportunity or two, but not as much for the Quakers as they did in the first half. But again, they're protecting a 2-0 lead, and that's a handball on Quaker Valley. Thought they were going to card Edwards. They actually carding Marcus Kurtz for North Catholic, who doesn't understand why.
It definitely was not a fan of that one.
Edwards, not a handball, it's a foul. That's what it is. He thought it was a handball, so maybe he barked at the official. So that's 3 cards in the second half against North Catholic. Kurtz is booked. Edwards with the free kick from the far touchline on the right flank. 16 yards out. Good opportunity. He'll bend it near side. Almost getting there for the header was Ben Henry, but out it goes. That's been the one thing that Quaker Valley hasn't done well. They've had 8 corners. They've not converted on any of those. They've had several other direct kick or free kick opportunities. So their set pieces haven't been perfect. But their game has been pretty much leading 2-0. Defensively, let's say they've remained perfect. There's Kriebel. That'll go out of bounds on the near touchline. Inside of 16 minutes left in this one. 2-0 Quakers. Trying to head to the state championship match for the first time since 19. They were denied that opportunity last year with the Ryder brothers because of COVID. They were state champs in 2019, lost in the PIAA quarterfinals in 18, state champs in 2017, and runners-up to Lewisburg, who could be their opponent in 2016. For North Catholic, they're trying to come from behind and get to the state championship. And there's an opportunity that just missed. That would have made it 3-0 as Paschal came out. He's aggressive. The ball was on the toe of Kriebel, and he very nearly missed his 41st goal of the year.
Yeah, I don't think Kriebel can believe it. He's been all over the place, and he's had a number of opportunities, none better than that, and just could not capitalize as North Catholic looks to get back in here.
They've gotten this far, but they can't really get any closer. Look at a near touch throw in for Jake Stofko. But there, that throw goes, and there's 3 black jerseys there defending. Well, they have Nick Ryan. Nick Ryan is pushed up. It'll come back towards the midfield. Rosario, who's back from his card, loses. Kriebel and Koonsman. And Koonsman played well defensively for North Catholic, the senior. Could be his last Scholastic match. Paschal just blasted up into the stands on the near side. Chested Edwards. Kriebel near side. Stops. Great tackle. There's Koonsman again with the defense. It'll be the second corner of the second half. 9th of the game for QV. Near flag. We'll slide it in front. The flex wide. Blaze Burns tipped it. And then the on-rushing attacker over there was Ben Henry. And neither could get the foot on it to put it in off the service from Ryan Edwards.
Yeah, that looked like it was finally going to be it off a set piece for Quaker Valley. Just missed.
Burns up. Kriebel. Edwards, Kriebel. He's trying to beat 2 defenders. Back to Edwards. Firing. Paschal dives to his right to make the save. At another corner. Stepping into a half volley that time from about 30 was Ryan Edwards. And another near side corner for Quaker Valley. Edwards with the service. There's the motion, goes back. Secondary attacker gets it on net near post. Save is made. Back to the net. Too high. Paschal was there over top at once. I want to say it was Turk. Or Tim Smith, who had that first shot opportunity. Now it's a far side corner. All of a sudden, it's 3 in a row for Quaker Valley. 2 near flag, 1 far flag. It's Edwards across the field. Not sure he wanted that. Tried to get it to Kriebel on the low attempt, but it was easily defended by North Catholic. But Quaker Valley has ticked the clock inside of 12 minutes, protecting a 2-0 first half lead. Trying to head to the state championship. Deflected at midfield. And Burr has to come out, and that was almost an opportunity for If it's Kurtz who's back in. By the way, the winner will get Lewisburg. Lewisburg wins 2-1. They defeat Midwest 4-3 on PKs. So the defending state champs are back to defend, a chance anyway, to defend their state championship against either Quaker Valley or North Catholic. And barring the great comeback, it's going to be Quaker Valley. That'll be a rematch of the state championship, the state title game from 2016, which Lewisburg won. There's a collision between John Freddie Krebs, who's called for the foul, as he collided with Oliver Joseph.
I'm still not a fan of those games ending that way, and not just let them play it out till we get a goal score.
Long service to the far side, deflected and defended by Quaker Valley. Could there be a more efficient way than PKs?
I say we just go to a golden goal.
Yeah, but in this sport, it could be a while.
It could be.
It made changes in the NHL, although in the playoffs they don't go to the 3-a-side, which, by the way, I love the 3-on-3 overtime.
Oh, I do too.
Do you take a player off? That still kind of cheapens what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of feels you win a huge game on a penalty kick, or even go to the Olympics in hockey, you win a gold medal on a shootout. It's just like, I don't know.
On 7 shootouts if you're TJ Oshie, right?
Yeah. Well, that wasn't at least for a gold medal. So it's not as,
Right.
but I mean, Jocelyn.
But your point.
Lamoureux's gold medal with the women.
Yeah, you're right.
That was a shootout.
You're right. I don't know if there's a way around that.
I don't
outside of you in high school you're playing 80 minutes and then another 30, so 110 minutes. At other levels you're playing more, 90 minutes plus, 130 minutes plus maybe. Drive blocked, stepping into that full throttle in the middle of the field was Ian Morrison, and I believe it was Koonsman with the block. North Catholic has blocked an awful lot of shots tonight, to their credit, at the back line. I mean, it's exciting.
No, I agree. It is exciting.
But you're right. I do understand both sides of the argument. Kriebel, shot, bounce, save. Paschal, good anticipation. He's been good again. He made 17 saves in the WPL championship. He's got 17 again tonight, by my count. This one just 2-0. Although all told on the season series, 17-4-0 conceded for Quaker Valley against North Catholic. The Quakers are 8-15 away from a state championship date with Lewisburg. Kriebel dishes, right side Turk, back to Kriebel. Tried to split 2 defenders. Stofko denies twice. Greg's good interception. Turning and countering Blaze Burns. That's why he's all WPIAL. Near side of Carter Turk. Turk on the right flank. Edwards falls as he tried to fire it with the right foot. There's Burns in the middle of the field. Burns has got good feet for a defender. And there's Edwards again. His cross. Paschal reads. Paschal denies. As Kriebel was coming down the middle of the field. .720 clock turns. Second half. Quaker Valley leading 2-0 in this one. They've got goals in the first half by Ryan Edwards and Carter Turk, 19 seconds apart. Brody Dunn, the freshman, has his pocket picked. Trying to get a through ball to Kriebel, who've been 1-on-3. Still working hard as Kriebel. That back line, Stofko, Coons. Kurtz is normally there, but Kurtz is actually playing in an advanced forward position now. They played well. Here's Nick Allen with a run. He'll put it into space. You're going to try to retrieve. Why would you not? Unless you touched it earlier, why would you not let that go? Which leads me to believe that Rosario thought he touched it.
At
right?
least he thought he touched it. I mean, there's no reason in a sense to play that.
Well,
unless
either
you're
way, you
pretty
let it
sure-
go. It ends
yeah,
up, you save your win that way.
Yeah.
And then stop and let it go. Fifth quarter of the second half, 12th of the game. Edwards, Allen on the run, right-footed drive from 26 out, goes high and wide. So it stays 2-0, but the clock ticks inside of 6 minutes. Today's game is available for download fans. Click the digital copy button under the event video player. Download a digital copy of the event right onto your computer. You can have that as a keepsake forever. Streaming tonight, PIAA Soccer semifinals on the NFHS network. Service. Just to make sure that Zach Burr is paying attention, right? Which he is. Quaker Valley is 5:20 away from their 18th shutout. 18 shutouts in 24 matches. They have not a lot of goal since the WPL championship. Semifinals, rather. 3-2. They won in overtime over Ambridge. There's Kriebel. Good defensive play coming back by Francisco Smith. Then they shut out North Catholic 5-0. They shut out Grove City 8-0. They shut out Somerset 7-0. So let's add that up. 8, 15, 5 is 20. Right? 24-0 against. Add 2 more into that in this one so far. Their defense equally impressive.
Yeah, it's just unreal what they've been able to do.
They're good in all levels, all thirds of this pitch, trying to win their 22nd match and head back to the state championship game where they've won 7 state championships, their last 2 years ago in 2019. They wanted to defend that championship as well as the WPL championship last year, but COVID forced them out of the playoffs. So they came back very determined this year, and they're 345 away from getting another step closer to that goal. Driving into a shot over top the frame. Great job to step into that left-footed drive by Ryan Edwards. More than just a distributor, Ryan Edwards.
Yeah, he really can do it all.
And that was a great opportunity from distance that sailed high. But there's Griggs, and he's got 2, now 3 defenders. Has to go in the middle of the field to Oliver Joseph. And Quaker Valley just swarms to the ball either side of the field. And that's going to be a goal kick for the Quakers.
You know, what we said earlier after the first 10 minutes of this half, Quaker Valley was not pushing. They were just playing their game, taking chances when they had them. And what was the worst case scenario? You win 2-0. And, tick off another 28 minutes or so of play, and that's where we stand still.
Through ball, Kriebel, right side. Moves it around Paschal, who's 30 yards away from his line. And that's a great force by Devin Paschal. He remains aggressive. Good through ball for Kriebel, who's got 40 goals. Great read by Devin Paschal. We're 2 minutes and 10 seconds away from a Quaker Valley Lewisburg matchup on Friday in Hershey. Well, Kriebel's he's played well. Maybe he has nothing to show for it. Maybe he gets one late. Maybe he gets an assist. Nope. Service was behind Carter Turk. Not sure. He was in on that second goal by Turk, but there were several players pushing at that rebound, so I didn't officially credit an assist. I will officially credit the 6th corner of the half to Quaker Valley. This will be 13, all 13 corners in this match for the Quakers. Edwards goes short corner. Back to Ryan Edwards. Under 90 seconds. That pass just off the mark in the middle of the field. John Freddie Krebs will play forward. As the Quakers tick the clock down to 1:15. There's Turk. His service is too far for Edwards in the middle of the field. Ball to flex down. It's played to Ian Morrison. And now Nick Allen. Nick Allen's a pretty steady defender. Kind of plays like a midfielder for Quaker Valley. We're at 55 seconds. Service. Stoffko says, we're not having any of that. Blasted away. Here's Dylan Greggs. Could this be the final touch of his scholastic career? Ball's pushed forward. There's Carter Turk. Stoffko denies him. Right-footed by Alessandro Osario. And that's a handball or an elbow against North Catholic. We're going to let the Quaker Valley fans count it down once we're inside of 10 seconds. We're at 20. You can hear them serenading North Catholic. As we are at 10 seconds.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hershey's kisses are flying as Quaker Valley shuts out North Catholic 2-0. And the Quakers are headed to the state championship to face Lewisburg on Friday. 2 first-half goals, enough for the Quakers to get it done. They post another shutout. And for the 4th time this year, they defeated North Catholic. We'll be back after a quick break to wrap it up. From Martirelli Stadium in the North Hills, you're watching the PIAA soccer semifinals on the NFHS network. There's Quaker Valley. The Quakers are happy. They are 22-2, and they are headed to the state championship to face Lewisburg after defeating North Catholic for the 4th time. They defeated them 5-0 in the WPIAL championship. They defeat them here tonight 2-0. 2 goals in 19 seconds. That's all it took. Ryan Edwards in the 33rd minute, 19 seconds later, Carter Turk, both depositing rebounds past Devin Paschal to win with Alex Lyons. I'm Bob Workwis. Just good stuff from Quaker Valley. And really didn't go out of their way to make anything dangerous happen in that second half. They did allow a couple shots, nothing really dangerous, but they were in control of this one. And they're headed to the state championship. And just really, you can just tell they're really well skilled in all aspects of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a phenomenal performance by them. They showed they didn't have to do it all offensively and just blow a team out. They showed exactly how good they were defensively as well, and kind of just took control from the start and went from there. They got the goals they needed, and they're on to Hershey.
They played pretty much all the second half, and I don't know if it was injury-wise or just resting. Keller Shamovitz, their 50-goal scorer, was on a great run in the playoffs. He didn't play. They didn't need him. They tried to find Kriebel. Kriebel couldn't score, but he was definitely active. Ryan Edwards, spectacular. That's the depth, Alex, that we talked about at the front line. Shamovitz goes out, and they really don't miss a beat. Up on front, even though they didn't score in the second half.
Yeah, it was really impressive what they did. And, you know, the revenge tour, in a sense, from last year has one more stop.
Yep, the COVID chip can be erased Friday against Lewisburg. Lewisburg, 19-4-2. They're the defending state champs. They won in PKs over Midwest. So it's Lewisburg and Quaker Valley at Hershey Park Stadium Friday at 1:30 for the state championship in Boys 2A. That's it here from North Hills. Glad you joined us tonight. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks to Chelsea Roundtree, our producer and director. Thanks to my partner, Alex Lyons, to Pat Weber, and everyone here at North Hills. Most of all, thanks to everyone for tuning in. Your final score, the PIAA Boys 2A semifinal Quaker Valley, they improved to 22-2. They defeat North Catholic 2-0. The Trojan season ends at 14-9. It's Lewisburg and Quaker Valley on Friday for the state championship. Tune in then. You're watching the PIAA soccer semifinals. You saw coverage right here tonight on the NFHS network.
He's going to take it himself for a championship.